All right, boys, market recap for March 26th, Thursday, March 26th, and dude, I've said this so many times, I feel like in the past month, but this is in contention for the most boring day of trading. Literally for me, I always just log myself out. Just it's just a habit that I built for just personal protection. And like if I see that we're starting to chop, I'm like, bro, I'm not doing it. Let me just log off and make damn sure that I log off and don't trade and just it's just a habit that I've started to build and literally locked myself out. I don't even know if it was 30 minutes into the market open. Like just so obvious that this is just ugly. There's just no good targets. So I will get into my bias, what I put in the Discord coming into the morning in the market updates channel. This is what we looked like before the market opened. Falling to the bottom of this range, would want to see continuation to the lower draws and liquidity. There's no really good draws higher. I'd be confident in targeting because there's just a whole bunch of wicks, rejection, chop. We've started to fade lower. Already took out this sell side liquidity, so I would like, my mindset is if we don't continue lower to these draws, then I'm not going to take a trade. But the problem is these draws were like 300 points away from where price currently was, right? So it's like I'm already coming in as soon as I open the charts with the mindset that there is just a very low probability that I'm going to be able to actually take a good trade this morning, right? The probability just isn't there, and what do you know? We just chop around here and do nothing. We swept this internal low here, but like, and I don't think I never zoomed in past the hourly chart. Like, you can make it so easy for yourself to not get chopped up. I never zoomed past the 1 hour chart, right? If I'm looking at the overall higher time frame context, overall higher time frame bias, right? And I don't see any good draws, and we're not close to these draws and liquidity, which is what I want to target. Even if you wanted to target this hourly high, if these are your draws and you're sitting on the hourly time frame and we're nowhere close, why are you going to zoom in? Why zoom in? It's only going to cause you harm. It's only going to cause more harm than good. So there was never a point where I zoomed past the hourly chart, but so literally my first time zooming in this morning, if we just scale in, I'm trying to see if there was a potential trade to this internal low, and there wasn't. I mean, we literally took this the nine minutes into the market open, and I mean, unless you're YOLOing on the market open candle, um, like, and I'm speaking for me personally, the way that I personally trade, there is no sort of entry. Like, no, there's literally nothing for the way that I trade. There's literally nothing for me. So, yeah, like, this is in contention for me personally for one of the most boring days of the year. Unfortunately, there's been so many days like this, and but the key is preserving and protecting your capital on days like today where there's low volume, there's not good draws and liquidity. Protecting yourself and not forcing stupid trades and zooming in for no reason, right? There's no reason for that. If you preserve your capital on days like today, you will have, holy crap, bro. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I just had an alarm go off insanely loud in my ear. Holy crap. My ear might start bleeding, bro. That was incredibly loud. What was I even saying? Okay, yeah. If you protect your capital and you have a full capital you have a full capital expenditure. Bro, let me just chill. If you have your full capital to use on good days and we're actually moving with good volatility and the probability of a winning trade is high, you're setting yourself up for success. But you're setting yourself up for failure if on days like today where it's just there's no good volume, there's no good draws, and we just chop, and you force some stupid trade, some retarded trade, and you take a loss, like, you're just hurting yourself, dude. You're just hurting yourself. The goal is to avoid the bad days and have a full amount of capital to use as a tool for when price is actually moving efficiently, right? So we've been in this chop barcode consolidation all week. It's now Thursday, and there's been nothing. One break-even trade yesterday for me, and if I had to guess, probably going to be nothing tomorrow. And just coming into the market with low expectations when we're chopping like this is going to help you out a ton, right? The market doesn't owe you anything on any specific day. Sometimes there's going to be weeks where there's literally no opportunity for you. And other weeks there's going to be 4 days out of the 4 or 5 days. Maybe you take a trade every single day because there's just incredible volume. The market is moving efficiently, right? So not every week is going to be the same. There's not going to be insane opportunity every single week. Usually, I've said this in my videos, there's usually 1 to 2 days where the price action moves with good volatility in a given week. This week, unfortunately, is just one of those dead weeks where there's not much going on. So, maybe tomorrow we start to work our way down to these lower draws. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, obviously, the high of the week was put in pre-market on Monday with this manufactured pump, and we've kind of just started to slowly chop and make our way down. So maybe we put in the low of the week tomorrow and expand on Friday because we haven't had an expansion day thus far. It would make sense. We have draws lower, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So no trades for me. That's the market recap. Let me know if you took a trade or not down below. Also, I wasn't really in the mindset of trading just because I am waiting for this payout to hit my bank account. And you can see there's still a couple things. Like, it's requested for $1,179. This was the first payout a couple weeks ago. Requested this yesterday. It's still pending. They took the balance out of my account, and so they took the balance out of my account, so it's technically still good to trade once the balance is removed from your account. But I was already coming in into the day just like satisfied, not looking to force anything, and it was just such an easy day for me to stay out of, and yeah, never zoomed in. So waiting for this payout to hit the bank. Hopefully it'll get here either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and then yeah, so have a 2 trade buffer in regards to the current balance. We'll be risking 500 to 550 per trade. Have a 2 trade buffer. We'll see what happens. Not gonna switch up my risk just because I took a payout. And in reality, right, like, odds of me taking 2 back-to-back good statistical losses are fairly low. So yeah, that's where I'm currently at. Waiting for the payout to hit the bank, and no trades this morning for me. Never zoomed in. So let me know if you took a trade this morning. But for me personally, the way that I trade, I'm not a scalper. Like, this might be a scalper's market, right? If you're a scalper and you're like on the seconds charts and you're doing your thing and that's the way you trade, maybe you found a scalp to this internal low here, right? That's just not the way that I've traded, and it's not the way that I've found the most success, right? I find the most success when we're expanding and moving with volatility towards a good draw on liquidity. So that was not present this morning. No trades for me, and been a very, very slow week, but just it's all about preserving capital in these market conditions. So appreciate you watching. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.